What's up, guys? Seattle Yu-Gi-Oh! And who do we got here?
Aaron Luty.
What do we do today?
I got a top 16 with Gokis.
Okay, and this is at the Seattle Regionals. All right, let's see what we got.
Alright. So you start with the Gokis. So do 3 Super X because he's the main combo starter. You summon him and then you special summon another Goki. Then you're basically able to +3 and you set up broken plays. Like you can get triple link or triple co-linked with Tri-Gate or like the Nightmares, and it's just crazy busted. So you do 3 Goki Headbat, like one of the worst extenders in the game. Like you have to neg to even summon him. But when you summon him, he's super good because obviously all the Gokis, when they send from the deck or from the field to the graveyard,
they all float.
Yeah, they all float. Okay. You know, you all get a search. They search everything except themselves. So you combo him with Octo Stretch to summon Goblin or anything that you need really, and then you start co-linking from there. And he's just a big combo extender.
Did you play the deck before Flood?
I got.
Were you like messing with it?
Not really. I mean, like when it first came out, I was like, oh yeah, dude, I'm a huge wrestling fan, so I'm gonna give it a shot. And, but literally just like last week, I'm like, I don't really know what to play. I don't want to play Trickstar. I don't want to play like Metal Foes or anything like that. Yeah, because every deck this format's so tired out.
Yeah,
so I'm like,
you know what to do.
Exactly.
All the counters. Yeah.
So I'm just like, screw it. I'm gonna play Goki for fun. I saw San Jose list of the top 8, and I'm like, you know what? I'll just give it a shot.
Oh, I think my friend Inch 95.
Huh? Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so I neck decked that, and then I just...
And you just put the new cards in,
and
figured
then,
it out?
Well, no, I just played locals last week, and I got top 4, and then I was like, you know, fuck it, I'm just going to play regionals. I have my invite already, so why not just go for it?
Deck, right?
Exactly,
yeah,
right?
No, I agree.
Yeah, no, but the Flood stuff, like, I tested this for like a week, and then after that, I'm like, okay, so like this deck is actually really broken, but I wasn't even expecting to win anything today.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so like 2 Cobra, not really much of an extender at all, other than just the searching. The tribute effect to get to tribute to Goki to increase the attack actually came up a lot, so he was actually really effective.
You can do that in damage step, right?
You can do it in damage step, but I didn't really need to.
Gotcha.
I already had the OTK, if anything.
I'm guessing people like in earlier rounds like didn't even know what you're doing.
Yeah, no, like you
stuff, like
obviously like, you're playing a deck like this, everybody's gonna have to read your cards.
Yeah, and then they forget.
Yep, and they just keep reading and they're like, oh shit, I forgot that he adds, I forgot that he does this.
Yep.
2 Scorpio, only because you don't really ever want to open him. I mean, he's
Cyber Dragon, or
he's almost like Cyber Dragon. You either have to have all Gokis or no Gokis, or like no monsters on the field to normal summon him. If he was a special summon monster like that, I mean, that'd be amazing, but sadly not.
A little bit limited.
A little bit limited, but I mean, like honestly, sometimes this is really all you need because nothing can really normal summon like more than 2,000, like Inspector Border or Thunder King, which I actually played, but Scorpio, like great against Trickstar, great against Altergeist, anything that normal summons because nothing is going to beat over 23.
Yep.
1 Octo Stretch, he never, like, the effect doesn't really matter other than the fact that he searches more. Same, Bear Hug actually came up a lot. Like, I never really got game with him other than, like, just continuously summoning him with, like, Super X or Rematch. Kept, like, having my opponents attack, and then I just went for game so many times. So that's all the Gokis. And then the real combo starters, aside from Super X, is 3 Junk Forward. He's like
out, right?
basically Cyber Dragon, but in a warrior, and that's what really
like
matters.
Road to target, right?
Road to target. Well, almost like an Assault Day target, because if I have like Octo Stretch or something that I know that I don't like need at that time, I just kind of search this, so it's like Goblin fodder or anything, any of the Nightmares.
Yeah.
I played these guys. Like I hated this because I drew Cobra. I drew Cobra almost
welcome to my life, dude.
Every round.
Every round.
Yeah, my buddy Adrian's actually like telling me to cut it, and it really sucks.
Yeah.
But
it's so much value when you get
really,
it
like I never really got Seraphonite's additional summon. It was really just to extend to really protect myself on the board. You play the typical Trick Clown and Garnet. With that, with Seraphonite, like I never used the effect. It was mainly just Goblin because it fixed my hand and.
How many main deck?
41 main
41
main deck, and we're gonna get to that. 3 Ash Blossoms is the only hand trap that I played. Droll and Ogre kind of suck this format. Ash just kind of hits every deck, and like I said, like I wasn't even looking to win, but this guy wins literally against everything. Like Ash, no matter what, Ash always comes up.
Yeah, Ash is insane. And
then the 41st card, those like everything aside from Nightmare Ibli was already in my deck, but Adrian just convinced me to play it last minute, and it actually turned out to be amazing until I got Chalice in the last round against his 60 card. But like when you summon Mermaid off of Goblin or something, and then you summon this out, and then you make another co-linked Nightmare, and it goes to your opponent's side, it's basically Vanity's Emptiness. And honestly, that effect is just crazy. Like, I never summoned this anytime during the tournament, aside from like round 7 and 8. Against
you just not see it?
I never really saw it, and also I never really needed it because I already had like
three or four. Like your big board.
Yeah, I already had 3 or 4 of my co-links, and it was already perfect.
Gotcha.
Then I also had like torrential set and everything, but we'll get to that as well. 3 Goki rematch. You
Monster
don't.
Reborn on
Yeah, exactly. Like, you know, you the most busted like searchable Monster Reborn ever. I think
and
it's
searchable is
yeah, exactly.
Crazy.
And like, you know, you summon 2 Gokis.
It's not once per turn either, right?
It's a hard once per turn. All the Goki like search effects, and then also rematch. That's hard once per turn.
Gotcha.
3 brilliant. You know, it's a extender.
Gotcha.
Play starters. 2 scapegoats. These never really came up at all. Like the tokens were all right for summoning like
more links.
Yeah, more links, but like mainly the nightmares. I wasn't really able to get into Borload or anything like that, or Saryuja, because it was already too late into the game.
Yeah.
All the one-ups.
The actual Monster Reborn?
Yeah, actual Monster Reborn, Rhoda,
Dark
Hole, Raigeki, Moon Mirror Shield. So, yeah, you know, self-explanatory for these guys, but Moon Mirror Shield, so it combos well. It's really needed for Isolde, so when you summon Isolde and you get all your searches off the Gokis already, you send this guy from the deck to the graveyard, and then you summon Octostretch from the deck, because it's
level 1?
It's a level 1,
oh,
yeah,
nice.
That's the only reason why I play it. So you do that.
Just like the best equip?
It's the only one because like it's not dead when you draw it, because you just attach it to one of your monsters and then you just shuffle it back to the deck. So so you pay the 500.
You can get it back in your deck.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So like if it's in your hand and you just link off whatever you need, Isolde's
shuffle it. You put it on the bottom, right?
Top or bottom. It doesn't really matter because you're gonna be searching.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So also like if you summon like anything and then you just equip it to that, then it's still just 100 damage no matter what.
Yeah.
Like, you know, not many people really know how to work around Mirror Shield, Moon Mirror Shield. Also came up like where I was playing on it like against like Trickstar, and this guy went for Honest, and like Moon Mirror Shield always wins, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
And then like
you did not realize.
I mean, honestly, I didn't really know. I just kind of played it. I never actually really expected to play this card at all. Like throughout the entire tournament.
Yeah.
But these are literally like the best things in the deck, because no matter what, your opponent's gonna extend. They're relying on that one summon. You just torrential. Also, if like, you know, you have the ideal board of like the triple co-link of either like Cerberus, Griffin, either Trigate or Unicorn, and then you have like Link Rebo on the field. You just blow it up because I believe it's Cerberus that protects it from card effects. So you're just kind of going in free. Your opponent's gonna go in.
You're just like basically playing Dark Hole in their turn.
Basically, yeah, and it's like
that's crazy.
Not many people know how to play around it, anyways, and like it's always live, because I mean, not many things nowadays like spirals. Like, yeah, they summon one Super Rage and you can't really you get one pop, it's gonna get blown up anyways. Trickstars, they target it. Most of the Trickstar, I only played one Trickstar today, but he kept targeting it and then he left it live. Then he summoned a monster and then I just blew it up, and it was honestly an easy win.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's 41 in the main deck. It was honestly just, I feel like it's the safest.
Yeah, I didn't
and
see
the most,
anything you could really cut. Like,
yeah, not really.
Ratio-wise, it looked pretty solid.
Like
3 of the good cards, 1 of the cards you don't want to see.
Right, and like honestly, like this deck is so whack without Summon Sorceress, so that's, I feel like, the best that you can do.
Yep.
For the extra deck, Saryuja's pretty self-explanatory. This deck, yeah, like double.
You can spam it out.
Exactly,
so
like, you know, like if you're going second, like you just summon Super X and another monster, and then you link it off and go into a Link 2, Mrs. Radiant or Isolde, preferably Isolde, go Goki rematch, summon both of those guys back out, make Borload, and then you break a board right there.
Nice.
Like, it's amazing how, like, it's just one card Borloads. Trigate Wizard, kind of self-explanatory, like instead of making a Unicorn, you can just make Trigate and then get a Banish.
With the Banish and the Negate.
Exactly,
yeah,
and like you saw the protection from...
And the damage probably relevant too, right?
Not really. I didn't actually make this at all during the entire tournament, because I just felt like the protection was enough with Unicorn, and like, you know, I love drawing cards, so that's perfect.
Trigate's awesome.
And this is for the Nightmares. Shout out to Adrian, because he ordered these cards so I could use it today.
And they came in time.
Yeah, and they came just in time. Unicorn. I didn't play Griffin at all because honestly, like it's just
too high.
Yeah,
playing Borload is like
exactly. Like the Link 4s that you play, you can't. There's not much wiggle room with extra deck.
Yeah. No, it looks kind of tight already.
Exactly. You know, like Mermaid. I only played Mermaid because I was playing Ibli.
Yeah, okay.
Unicorn. You know, I like drawing cards.
What does this do? I know. I've seen people play.
When you summon it, that's when you summon Ibli. and then
from your deck, or how's
from your deck, yeah.
Oh,
so that's
okay.
why I never really like saw Ibly at all.
It's just a link one.
It's just a link one.
So you make one of these and you go into this.
Yep.
Right?
Usually you're gonna want to pitch or like summon Mermaid off Goblin.
Okay.
Yeah, because you're gonna want to open a slot so you can co-link to either Unicorn or Trigate. But like I said, I never really meet Trigate. Phoenix, these guys protect from battle and card effects when they're all co-linked, and it's just busted. Like honestly, like this game is in for a really big mess. Isolde, my favorite link to make because you search a warrior that you don't need, preferably like Bear Hug or like Junk Forward if you already went through your plays.
And then you have for the next turn, and then you can do like the detachment.
Yeah, before Flood, like before all this, like the nightmares and stuff, you're literally just sitting on this and maybe like a Torrential and Hand Trap, and then.
But now that you got the Octo Stretch.
Like now you have this, and you actually have like crazy plays that you can make. So Isolde, I was considering playing 2, but then like I just didn't really know what to cut. Yeah. So it's that. One misses Radiant because it's another link target.
Are they all Earth?
Yeah, all the Gokis are Earth, and they're all different levels.
Gotcha.
One Link Rebo for extra, like attempting to extra link or like scapegoat tokens or anything like that. You use Rematch and then summon Octo Stretch. Even after Octo Stretch has used a search effect, you put this in one of the top zones. You can end with like Link Rebo, Cerberus, Goblin, Unicorn, and Griffin, and
so
then
one of his biggest attributes is just a down arrow, right?
Yeah, that's literally it. Like most of the time when
Gotcha.
like all my opponents saw my board and that nothing could really break it, like because everything was untargetable, everything was indestructible by battle card effects. Like this guy wasn't like they didn't even try to attack, and like even though
even if they did, you stop it anyways.
Yeah, exactly. I'm cool with taking damage because I'm gonna OTK them next turn.
Yeah,
that was fine with me. Link Spider, this guy never really came up. Scapegoat was honestly kind of dead the entire tournament. I was either at a really good point anyways, or it was just too late and I couldn't even summon a monster.
Yeah.
So I just played this for the Scapegoat, and that's just kind of it. Seraphonite.
You're playing the Brilliant.
Yeah, Brilliant Engine, huge extender. So even if I didn't use his effect, he really helped getting the almost extra link, or just like the link for like Unicorn and Cerberus and all that.
Yep.
And then Invoker because
you're playing the
you're playing the Brilliant, and you're also playing Junk Forward. So like you summon.
Oh, he's level 3 too, huh?
Yeah, so
that's
you summon Junk Forward, and then you go like Suprex or like Twist Cobra, or you have the Predaplants, and then you just link those
away. What do you summon off of this? You summon the Junk Forward?
You summon Suprex because he's your only target.
Oh,
so you summon Suprex,
okay.
then you make Isolde, or you make Mrs. Radiant, and then Isolde gives you a search, and then Suprex gives you a search as well.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Cool.
So that's all for the extra deck.
Right,
played 15. Played my Vegeta tokens,
yep.
And then played Ghost Ogre. Honestly, I didn't really know what to side for this deck. Like, I just kind of made everything.
You just want to lose like FTK.
Yeah,
it's in the format.
Exactly.
So
like I was.
You gotta have something for it.
I wasn't even expecting anything. I was just like, you know what, fuck it, Seattle. Like, no one really knows like what anybody's playing.
There's some rogue out there.
So like,
especially in the earlier rounds.
Ogre is like kind of the second best hand trap right now, beside Ash. This doesn't really hit much in pendulums. I didn't even face one pendulum today. Yeah, so I mean, Ghost Ogre broken. 3 Gamma Seal, I thought I was going to see Draco. I didn't see any Draco at all. I didn't even need this at all because either I was going to break the board myself, or like with my Gokis and Nightmares, or I was going to like do this. I was tempted to play Akashic, but then I made room for like Mermaid and stuff.
Yeah.
But it wasn't really needed. Evenly matched, broken. This honestly never really came up anyways because I was playing against decks that didn't even lose against it. I played against like Lightsworn.
Yeah, they don't really care about. I'm only saying because I know I played.
Hey, no worries, man. It was like Lightsworn ABC,
yeah.
and like it was a whack build, but it was pretty cool. Played Magical Musketeers. That deck doesn't really lose to it either because they're just gonna last stand it away.
Yeah.
I did it against Ultrageist, and yeah, it was Daniel Medina, and
he was Vito.
Yeah, and like
undefeated.
he was playing Ultrageist, and then like I just did this, and then he went to Judgment, and then I just went Red Reboot, and then I just OTK'd him from there.
Nice.
And then 3D barrier because if I was gonna play Pendulum and I was going first, this is probably the best against it.
Yep.
And then
against a lot of things.
Yeah, exactly.
Mech Knight, Invoke deck.
Yeah.
Them.
Like I was expecting like Invoke Mech Knight and all that stuff,
Yeah.
you know. And then if you just call Fusion, they can't really do anything else because I mean they're gonna try to like just keep summoning their big
pass
beaters.
on an Alistair and then you just kill them.
Yeah, exactly. Like they can't really do much if the zones aren't clogs already.
Gotcha.
And then the best card all day, like the side deck was Red Reboot. So Red Reboot like saved my ass so many times, especially against Ultrageist. Like this guy was literally the MVP. Like game 1 against Daniel, I bricked, I opened Garnet and I opened Cobra and everything. He thought I was playing Gem Knight FTK, and then Game 2 and 3, red reboot and evenly matched came in so clutch, and then just red rebooted. They couldn't even activate traps for the rest of the turn. Next thing you know, that's OTK, and he couldn't do anything. And yeah, that's it.